Hey there, and welcome to the start of my day. It is about 7:30 and I am on my way to work. It's kind of gray out, and we are actually expecting snow starting tonight into tomorrow. That's exciting because I love the snow. So that's going on later today. I work, and then I have my volunteering at the music studio. And I'm super excited for that, hoping the snow doesn't impact too much. I don't think that it will. It shouldn't. But I'm excited about that, especially because one of my students, I do like these little reward charts when I think that it's warranted, because I don't like to be super into them earning things and getting things, but I do like to build good habits, and sometimes having an incentive at the end of a period of sustained effort, it is powerful and can help instill those habits. So I'll do like a practice chart, and once they have 10 sessions, 10 weeks of strong practice, they'll get an incentive. And I asked one of my students what they wanted, and they were like, what about that little rubber thing that makes the sound soft? And I'm like, do you mean a mute? She's like, yeah. And I was like, okay, how did you hear about that? She's like, from you. And I'm like, oh, really? All right, I don't remember that, but I'm just full of wisdom. So I ordered those, and I guess they came from far away because it took like 2 weeks for them to get here. But they're super cheap. They're like $1 a piece. So I was excited that they came in and to give them to the students now, because they're working so hard. I have 3 girls, and girl students, and they're 11 and 12, 2 twins and a 12-year-old. And they work so hard. Well, the one girl, the 12-year-old, works really hard. The other 2 practice and they get their work done. But I get the feeling also that they've got a lot going on. They're just like young kids living their lives. So when they come, they're present in lesson, and I appreciate that. And it's exciting to watch them work on something and not be able to do it, and then for me to say, this is what, try it this way, and we'll slow it down and we'll do this. We'll try it again and maybe not get it so good, but better than the last time. And then it's so rewarding to see them finally nail a passage, and yes. So that's really exciting, and it's something that I love to do. So I have that tonight. And something else I wanted to make a point to do today was to set an intention for the day. Now that's a very sort of yoga-ish new age process, but I think that it can be applicable in a lot of situations. I think that the whole idea spiritually of counting the cost and speaking into being what you would like from your day. So my intention for today, and really my word for the year, was to grow. So I choose that word as my intention. The second word I think about is simplify. Just be simple, because I have a habit of making things so darn complicated in my head, and they don't need to be that complicated. So simple, make it simple. So grow and simplify, grow and simple. And I think that that's the way things grow, is to simplify and to prune back what doesn't work and to nurture what does work, to put in strong, healthy practices, to measure, to modify, and to encourage. So that is my intention for the rest of the day. Thanks for watching. You're about to see clips of 2 of my viola students playing some of their repertoire. So just to kind of give you a warning, there are children playing at a beginner level on the viola. I also have them face away from the camera for privacy and security issues. They were both really excited to be part of the movie, so I am excited to share them with you because they are both such joyful spirits and they really enjoy playing, so here they are. Good. Dynamics. Okay, you're gonna try that last measure one more time? Try the last measure. Oh, is that B in tune? Can you do better on that B? A little bit higher? Alright, good job. Good job.
Try again. Take 3. 1, 2, 3, go. Hey there, it's about 8:30. I am home from my day job and my teaching gig, and I have changed into my hustle clothes, and I am getting ready to get to work on the hustle. So I'm drinking some coffee to kind of get that second wind going. It's coming, I can feel it. So I will also kind of show you my latest project in regard to eBay and getting inventory up and running. So just to kind of give some background on this, eBay is entirely what you make it. And I don't want the fact that I look like I'm hustling or that I am hustling to make you feel like eBay's a ton of work. It is a lot of work, but you can make it whatever you want to make it. If you want to list 5 items a month and maybe make like a couple $100s on the side, like that is cool, and you can totally do that. I just happen to have lofty goals for this year, and I want to do some stuff with it. So I happen to be putting in a little bit more effort now to get to where I would like to be. And I think there's this idea of like working hard versus working smart, and all different strategies that you have. For me, some people like to get those items that they buy for like $10 to $20 and they flip for $100. Like that's great if you can do that, and that's a great strategy. For me, I don't have a super lot of time to be looking for those items or sourcing those items. What I do have is immediate time and effort. So I just use what's available to me. And at the moment, what happens to be available to me are those quick $10, $15, $20 flips where I spend no money to get the item and I will flip them for $10, $15, or $20. And that works for me at this particular moment. It just happens to take a lot of work. It's not really long-term sustainable at all, but I need this I'm using this this strategy to get me to where I'm planning to be. So my latest project, and I say project because it's a project, is to declutter. It's kind of a 2-for-1. I'm decluttering our sort of middle basement area, and within the hopes of finding more inventory. And I totally did. So I did that yesterday. And I worked from about 4:30 until 6, so about an hour and a half. And then I stopped because I couldn't do anymore. But I feel like I have a good at least 75 to 100 items that I could list, that I will list. The total cost was $0, and it had the added benefit of clearing out my basement, or one of the rooms in our basement level. So that was a huge win. It's just going to take a little bit more effort to get them up and listed, which is what I plan to do over the next 3 work days I have scheduled through the rest of the week. So that's what I'm planning to do for tonight, and I'll try to insert some clips of the basement so you can see it's a mess, but it has to get worse before it gets better. And then I hope to be able at some point to show you the finished product, because I unearthed some really neat spaces. I'm hoping I can use one of the spaces that I decluttered to be like an office. There's some natural light down there, which is exciting. So that's the ultimate plan. Just going to take some work to get there, like all good things. So that's my plan for the rest of the evening. I'm going to walk, do my 4 miles, and then I'll try to sort through some of the items I have a little bit better, clean them up, see what else I have, and sort them into piles, and then get on with my evening. Trying to like downshift to get ready to go to bed. So I will have inserted in before this some clips of my students playing, and for privacy reasons I I asked them. I asked everyone's permission, and they are facing away from the camera, so there are no faces for safety. They're really excited. Both of them, the two twins, are really excited to be in part of my movie. And so the one girl that went first, I asked them to choose pieces that they'd already worked on so they could play. And the one girl picked sort of like the hardest, the most recent piece that she played, and there are a few intonation challenges. It's not the most in tune piece of music. That's okay. They're students. We're learning. But then her sister chose, I told her the piece that her sister chose, and she's like, oh, I'm going to choose an easy one. I'm like, that's smart. So she chose one that was much easier. So you'll see you will have seen the two of them play, and it's just so much fun to work with them and to have that energy to kind of contrast the energy of my day job, which I love, but it's a very different type of energy, although still, I would say we work hard, play hard, so it's a very lighthearted atmosphere. You'll hear some, like, in those 5 seconds, that 5-second clip, you'll hear some like laughter in the background, and that's our marketing team like overdoing their thing and really having a great time brainstorming. So it's a fun environment to work in. So I am going to get on with the hustle portion of my evening, and thank you for watching. Yeah, I'll try to insert some clips of the basement clear out phase 1 here. All right, so I'm about to show you the basement and my work in progress. You can already tell from that laundry basket full of old fabric, there's a lot more to come. So here is my giant work in progress. So I took all of the clutter that was behind this wall and I brought it out, and I'm in the process of sorting through it. My mom was big into crafting and sewing about 20 years ago, and she's actually really, really good at it. She made her own wedding dress, and she used to make our clothes as kids, and everything in here, this is all vintage fabric and like some vintage sort of tools. There's like a stud puncher item, whatever. I don't know what it's called. But tons of these things, like I've seen this sell before, so I'm excited to list it and see sort of what the value might be. Here's a tip for you. These are all vintage patterns, because my mom collected these. And I have seen these sell and have sold these for as much as like $25. I have everything listed. I listed 10, and I sold one within like 3 hours of listing it. So I have maybe 20 listed now, and they're all for $10 a piece. And they're probably 60 to 70 in here. So they're all going to be listed. So that should be some decent inventory. And I'm excited to sell them because they're good items and they're like really interesting. And I have such great memories of them when I was a kid. So I just have to sort through and organize. I'm going to be washing some of the fabric over here to see what's worth selling and what will just be thrown out. These are some old dishes from my grandmother that I'm going to go through and potentially keep, potentially release. This is the area that I'm most excited about because all of the clutter that's here used to be shoved over here in this like desk nook area, and I'm excited to potentially make that into like a little office for me because there's a lot of natural light from those windows. So excited to see what that looks like when we're done. So this is sort of phase 1 here. Phase 2 is clearing this out. Phase 3 will be this area over here. This is mostly books, probably not as valuable as the patterns and craft stuff. That's phase 3. Phase 4 is this over here. Yeah, so that's phase 4. So lots of work to go, a whole lot of work to go, but baby steps. You can move slowly, but keep moving. So that's what I have ahead of me in the next week to week and a half. Hopefully by the end of the month, this will be complete. So I am setting that as a goal to show you this area again at the end of the month. So stay tuned for that. I think I may have just committed to showing you my basement at the end of the month, which means I committed to finishing that project by the end of the month, which makes me remember that you should be careful what you commit to when you're tired. So we'll see how that goes. It would be great if I could do that. I just don't know how realistic that is. But we'll see. Who knows? The month is still young and there's more than half to go. So we'll see how that goes. But thank you as always for watching. I'm just living my life here, and I hope that you found this interesting or helpful. And if anything, I hope that this inspires you to take where you are and start doing maybe just one small thing to help move you to a better place. Or if you're already in a good place, that you really enjoy that and enjoy every single thing that's brought you to that good place. So in the comments, let me know what you've started to do to move yourself to a better place, or what you appreciate about where you are right now. Or let me know both things. That'd be great. So thanks again, as always, for watching, and I hope that you will keep watching. Bye.